What if your home could lie to you? What if it didn't just hide your keys, but rewrote your memories? In Salem, Massachusetts, one woman learned that some houses don't want to be lived in, they want to own you. Lena Harris had always loved old things. Antique stores, historic inns, books with yellowing pages. So when she landed a new remote marketing job in Boston and found a charming 1800s rental in Salem, just 30 minutes north, it felt like fate. A 3-story Victorian with creaky floors, glass doorknobs, and gas lanterns still installed in every room. The owner was some distant landlord who lived out of state. Rent was cheap, too cheap, but Lena didn't question it. She was 29, single, and eager for a fresh start. The first 2 weeks were cozy, even magical. Fall had just settled in. Pumpkin-scented air drifted in through the window screens. Kids laughed outside after school. Lena sipped cider, curled up on the velvet couch the previous tenant had left behind, and thought she'd finally found peace. But then, little things began to shift. One morning her toothbrush was wet, though she hadn't used it yet. A coffee cup she swore she left in the sink was suddenly on the windowsill. Her Google search history showed strange queries. What does it mean to lose time? Invisible people dreams, Salem whispering house. She chalked it up to stress, maybe her computer had been hacked. Then came the dreams. Blurry, surreal conversations. She'd wake up whispering things like, I didn't mean to lock the door, or, it wasn't my fault. At first, she laughed it off. But soon, laughter stopped coming easily. By week 3, Lena felt like she was losing chunks of her days. She would go to get her mail and find the mailbox empty, only to later discover opened letters on the kitchen table she didn't remember bringing inside. She found photos in her phone's camera roll of her smiling in the living room, but taken at 3:17 a.m. While she slept, she installed a camera in her bedroom. Nothing fancy, just her phone propped up on a stack of books, recording the night. When she watched the footage the next day, her stomach dropped. At 2:43 a.m., she sat up in bed, eyes wide open. Smiling. Then she turned to the side, toward nothing, and said, I told you I'd stay. Don't be mad. Lena paused the video, her chest tightened. That was her voice, her face, but the words felt foreign. That afternoon, she called the landlord, trying to get some history on the house. No answer. She left a voicemail asking if anyone had reported anything strange. She never got a call back. Lena posted on a local Salem Facebook group asking if anyone had lived at her address. Just a general inquiry, no details. A woman messaged her back within minutes. Her name was Emily. She had lived in the house 2 years ago. She offered to meet at a cafe downtown, said she didn't want to talk about the house over the phone. When Lena arrived, Emily looked tired, hollow-eyed, like someone still running from something they couldn't name. You need to leave, Emily said, without even a greeting. Why? What happened to you there? Emily shook her head. It starts slow. First, you lose time. Then your memory. Then, it's like the house fills in the blanks for you. Lena leaned in, heart pounding. What do you mean? The house gaslights you, makes you think you're crazy. You'll hear whispers. You'll start dreaming of people who aren't there. Then one day, you'll stop leaving. You'll want to stay. Lena felt sick. Emily pushed a small notebook across the table. I kept notes. Write everything down, every day. Don't let the house own your memories. Then she stood and left without saying goodbye. Lena flipped open the notebook. On the first page, in shaky handwriting, was one sentence. The house tells you you're crazy until you are. Back at the house, Lena started journaling obsessively. Every detail, every meal, every phone call. She made a plan to leave in 2 weeks, breaking her lease if she had to. But the house knew. That night, the air grew icy. Her bedroom door creaked open by itself. The gaslight in the hallway flickered to life, though no gas was connected anymore. She turned on the camera again. At 3:12 a.m., she rose from bed. But this time, she didn't just talk. She walked to the mirror, whispered something unintelligible, then smiled wide, unnaturally wide. When she rewatched it in the morning, her voice on the tape said, I don't need to leave. This is home now. It's where I belong. Lena packed a bag. She tried to leave, but every time she walked to the front door, she forgot why. Her feet turned back on their own. Her hand released the doorknob. It wasn't until she saw the gaslight in the living room blaze on by itself that something inside her snapped. She ran. No shoes, no phone, just ran down the street into the cold, screaming until a neighbor called the police. They found her barefoot, shaking, unable to remember her name for a full hour. 2 months later, the house was listed again. Historic Victorian, recently vacated, fully furnished. One tenant review said, "It feels like it remembers you." A new renter moved in last week. She's already asking about strange dreams. And the gaslights, they're flickering again.